What's up, everybody? It's the Everyday Entrepreneurs. Kevin Buckner here.
Calvin Snowden.
Lamar Smith.
And we're here with Erik Truxon of It's Just Electric.
It's electric.
Oh, damn. That's enough already. Thanks for being here with us. Tell us a little bit about yourself and your company.
We incorporated as Just It's Electric in 2008, and we are a licensed electrical contractor. We do commercial, residential, industrial, new construction, fixing, maintenance. We do it all.
Wow, okay. So anything you can think of, you guys pretty much do when it comes to electrical.
Exactly.
Okay. So I know that you have done some electrical work for quite a few folks in this room.
Mm-hmm.
Calvin being the person that's known you the longest. Calvin, I'll jump this over to you and get some questions for you, Erik.
So Erik and I talk a lot on a regular basis, and a lot that we talk about is like some of the issues you deal with as running a business. Is there anything you would share from your experience starting, growing your company, that people could learn from as they build their businesses?
Okay, one thing I will say for sure, and don't take it the wrong way, but if you decide that you want to go into business, you really need to get you a nice medical checkup. You really need to get you a membership to some type of gym.
Okay, stay in shape.
Because you're going to run the whole gamut all the time. And a lot of times people talk about why businesses fail, and they come up with these excuses, and they run down some fact sheet or something, or they do a Google search or whatever. In my opinion, the primary reason that businesses fail is because we're not equipped either in shape or mentally to do whatever it takes to get the job done.
Okay. Gotcha.
And I think to your question, Kev, being Erik and I work together a lot, we've tried a number of different things, right? Because as both of our companies grow, as my company gets bigger, by default his company gets bigger because he's my primary electrician.
Nice.
And we've come up with employee sharing programs.
Really?
Where, I try to cross-train my employees that they can work with, and we've had some successes, we've had some failures. We worked with Orleans Tech to get interns.
Okay.
Because one of the things, and I think we can, across whatever industry, the human resource aspect is the hardest. And finding good employees who love your business. And I don't really need you to love it like you love mine. I just need you to love it the 8 hours you're there. Like, I'm not asking you to do it. Right. And I think I think Erik and I are both at a position, I'd love to hear his thoughts on it. Our business have now grown where we were owners and operators, and now we're being more owners and less operators.
Doing that.
Okay.
I got a question, since you've been in business so long, what inspired you to do it at a time frame where entrepreneurship may have not been, a big thing amongst,
Well, my story's a little different. I don't know how much time we have, but I can be real short with it. I would say I started probably, if I had to really start, I'd probably say as a kid. I watched the telephone man come in the house and all that, and that was always a big deal to me. As I went farther in school, I had a high aptitude in math and science, so of course everybody pushes you to be an electrical engineer.
Right.
So that's what I went to school for. Then I got out and I did it. I worked at Pico for a little while. I went and didn't like it. I didn't like sitting in an office, so I went through an apprenticeship, and I worked in a union, and they treated me well, but I guess I'm from an environment where it was inevitable that I'm not going to be taking orders too much longer. You know what I mean? To shorten it up. And nobody treated me wrong or anything. But I actually had an accident, and I had some brain surgery. And when I came back to work, they had nothing for me. So by and I had a girl getting ready. Well, my daughter, she's 37 now. She was getting ready to go to college as a scientist. You know what I mean? And I'm sitting home and they ain't got no work for me. So I said, here go the two hands, here go the electric work. I guess I'm gonna have to do it for myself.
Right.
And I've never looked back.
Wow.
Oh, that's
That was actually when Denver won their first Super Bowl.
Okay. Yeah.
Nice.
So, being in a business that has a lot of customer interactions, are there any tips that you could share about how you handle customer relations, or when you have to work with that consumer homeowner versus like working with me and you can talk freely, but working with a homeowner.
Well, when you're dealing with a customer
or
a homeowner, you really have to prioritize your time. So what I would say is I've always been a fan of in any relationship, because it is a relationship, meet the people where they are. So if somebody comes late or if they don't respect your time, then you still meet with them, but you have a whole different perspective. I guess one concept I have is I don't really rule out any customers until I've done business with them and they turn out to be a bad customer. But if I identify somebody as high maintenance, then they're gonna have to pay for it.
Okay.
You know
charge
what I mean?
accordingly, huh?
Yes. When I was younger, I used to double the price, but I'm doing bigger stuff now. Doubling the price right now, I wouldn't get the job. But you do have to account for that.
It's called a PIA clause.
There you go.
Pain in the ass.
But I mean, that's a great point, though. I mean, a lot of people don't realize not only if they can, kind of fire you as a person who's doing work for them, you can also fire them as a customer, right?
And that's
what I mean?
Actually, that's a great point, because one of the things that I've learned from Eric is to fire customers. I think one of the downsides of me being an entrepreneur is I hold on to customers too long, where I know that they may not be the best fit for me.
Sure.
Where Eric is, he actually said it to me one time. Yeah, I got rid of them. I was like, wait, what? I was like, is that an option? I said, wait a minute, you can fire a customer? She was like, oh yeah. And it kind of, and you know what it goes to? Knowing your value, right? At the end of the day, it's more so knowing your value. But he is the one that gave me that concept, where now I'm too quick. I'm like, oh, what'd he say? Oh, no, he's fired.
But I'll say this about that concept, which is good with groups like the Everyday Entrepreneurs. I got that concept from my dentist when he was in my mouth, and I said, well, I'm having this problem. This was early on. I don't know. I don't even think I was 30 yet. And I was going on, and he was like, you know what? I got my own practice, and I don't work for the city anymore. He said, because I decide who I want to do business with. And it stuck with me. And I just passed it on to Cal. I didn't know I passed it on to him. It was just matter of fact. Oh yeah, I got rid of them.
Because I was like, but I think Eric and I are a great example of. I know Shay mentioned it. I don't think it was in her video, but having people who do this, meaning entrepreneurship, that you can talk to and share things with. Because if you're not in this, you don't understand what you go through. So one of the things is us talking as much as we do. It's like, he'll say, and I'll be like, I was thinking the same thing, or kind of. Or like it'll be like, hey, I got this situation. I'm gonna do it this way.
Gotcha.
One of us will go, well, maybe if it were me, I would spin it this way versus saying it that way. Having that sounding board to have.
Look, I understand. Look, I just learned something. That Kyle and Eric are gangster when it comes to customers. Let me do a little e-sign for Eric Electric. You out.
That's it.
Wow, OGs right here.
That's what's up.
I haven't learned that concept Lamar may have from his streams I stream. I ain't fired no customers yet. We gotta get there. So
one of the nice things that Eric's business does that I aspire to do, he has a scholarship program.
Oh man.
He does a lot of team building, a lot of community based stuff. a lot of customer appreciation. So
Nice.
Erik is very involved. His company is very involved in the community
That's
and helping young people. And it's not scholarships to be an electrician.
Mm-hmm.
It's scholarships to school
Nice.
to do, you know,
Okay.
and it's not,
Whatever.
it's young ladies, young men,
Okay.
it does these different type of programs.
Wow, that's what's up.
Yeah, that is what's
So
up.
you're gangster and you give back. I
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it. It's,
yeah.
you know,
Double
it's
G.
little- Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Giving gangster.
It's funny he mentioned a scholarship because they can go to any school, do whatever they want,
Okay.
but the scholarship is not really based on being an electrician.
Oh, okay.
They write an essay on what it is to own your own business.
Okay.
Okay.
And we judge them. Actually, I just like to see what the kids think about owning business and all
Sure,
that.
sure.
And the best one, and they have to be in school, and they
Nice.
only have to have a 2.7,
Okay.
which is not that much.
Yeah.
And they have to be enrolled full time, and that's it. And the difference is, you know, a lot of times you get scholarships, it goes to the school.
Yeah, sure.
We hand them the check, and they,
Oh, that's
you know,
what's up.
and we trust them to do whatever.
Wow.
Gotcha, okay.
Wow. Wow.
You know, I mean, they gotta learn how to be responsible
That's
sometimes.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And also on a selfish level, in the long run, I believe that at some point, we've been doing it since 2005, somebody gonna come back and want a job.
No?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how old do you have to be? I mean, like, if you got your own business and you need a scholarship, can you?
Okay,
I'm like, to be a business owner is.
I know firsthand.
I got a scholarship.
I use your own book. I forget this.
I'm right down here.
Oh man.
So Erik, I know we've been talking for a little while. If you had to leave this conversation and people wanted to get a hold of you or wanted to get your services, how do they get a hold of you?
There's a number of ways.
Okay.
215-473-JUST.
Okay.
That's so just. The
Okay.
first part of our name.
That's on the book.
So, yeah,
We can
book.
pull it up real
Oh,
quick.
that's all right.
All right. Website?
Our website is www.justitselectric.com.
Okay. Okay. Now,
If you happen to see one of our trucks coming around,
Okay.
and you fast with your phone, you can actually. This piece right here is on the side of the
yeah.
truck.
Okay.
At the light, you can get it, and that website will come right up.
See, I was gonna say something, but he said no fancy name, but this little fancy.
Fancy, yeah.
I like fancy.
Exactly.
Okay, that's what's up.
So
Okay.
you fancy, huh?
Yeah, well, if I didn't learn anything else from the everyday entrepreneur, I learned that we got a market.
Look,
Yeah.
look, I understand. The other thing, if you go to Erik's site, you'll see a nice smiling picture of him on his site, because I've gone there myself. Trying to get but that's what's up. Okay. So, Lamar, I guess for you, anything you'd like to leave the viewers with?
You know what? Yeah, I appreciate you coming down here, man. Let us know what's
Thank
going on.
you for
Appreciate what you
inviting
do for the community.
I know,
man.
that's scholarship.
That is awesome.
I got one question.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, sure.
How I get one of them shirts? I've been
How you
asking
get
Calvin for a while, so
Oh,
I
well,
can
yeah.
ask one of y'all.
You gotta
Cause he ain't helped me out.
That's what it is. All right, no, we can definitely get you a shirt.
He like, oh, they free. I said, okay, this is the fourth time he told me free. I don't have one.
They're in the box. Now, I don't know if we got your size. Now, let me get you,
Yeah,
get you a
they
shirt.
discriminate on the big side. And you gotta fight for it.
We only had like a couple 4X's. So we'll check it out, but we can definitely get you a shirt.
Thank you.
Kyle, what about you?
What I'll say in conclusion is Erik and I have grown to be friends, and it's a good example of we started in a business relationship. We met. I needed a quality electrician. Met Erik at an event. Actually, it was a class that was offered by the city of Philadelphia, and Erik and I grew from working together to friend relationship.
Nice.
Who we pretty much start our mornings and end our days talking to each other
Okay, nice.
and sharing. And it, you know, having that person as a sounding board. What I'll share with other entrepreneurs is it's a good thing to have. You
Absolutely.
can and build those relationships. I know sometimes people will have the rule. I don't want to, you know, someone I works for me or I work for. I don't want to have a personal relationship. I don't believe that. I think that we have to have somewhat of a relationship to grow.
I agree.
And not everyone, you can't have
Yeah,
that with
sure.
everyone.
Absolutely.
But
Sure.
for the
Right.
people who you see like-minded,
Yeah.
it's important.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I know that Eric and Calvin have a bromance going. There's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that. Somebody's got to do it. You know, I'm a little jealous. I don't have any bromances. But you know what? You know, I've been working with Eric as well, and Eric's a great electrician. That's all I can say.
Mhm.
Right? His guys are good. They're neat. They're fast. So if you need an electrician, he's definitely the guy to call. With that being said,
Mhm.
I want to thank Eric for being on the show,
Yes.
and for you
appreciate
guys
you.
taking time to watch us, and we'll see you next time.